Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is your crypto sensei speaking, and welcome back to the Satoshi Club. Now today I'm starting off a new series, completely new, called Crypto Scams Tonight. And tonight we're going to talk about the BitConnect Ponzi scheme.
What's up, BitConnect?
Now, every week I'm going to bring you another crypto scam that happened in the past and show you a little bit about it so that you can know what to avoid in the crypto world and potentially save yourself some money so you don't end up as one of the victims of this 2.4 or 3.4 even billion dollar money fraud from the owners of BitConnect, or more specifically from this guy called Satish. So before getting into it, as always, make a like, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment down below, and you may or may not see a few glimpses of the hype situation of BitConnect itself happening, throughout this video on a few occasions. It may or may not be pretty funny, but let's get to the point. So this was a global Ponzi scheme. The founder of BitConnect since then has been charged for up to 70 years in prison. Now, I believe this is still going on since it was happening from the February 25th of this year. And you may be watching this in the future because, this is one of the most global scams when it comes to crypto. It is in the billions level, so it is worth talking about. Now, this guy called Satish, 36-year-old from India, made this revolutionary BitConnect trading bot and volatility software that was made to create you substantial and sustainable profits toward the long run, guaranteed returns. By the way, every time you hear guaranteed in the crypto world, run away from it, okay? Nothing is ever guaranteed, and that's not even in crypto. That's in stocks, that's in forex, that's in every type of trading and business that you could talk about on the entire planet. Nothing is ever guaranteed. So that's your number one lesson for locating a crypto scam. Now, it operated as a Ponzi scheme because basically what they were doing, instead of actually creating these returns in the crypto market or trading or actually having a useful bot, which, exists in some places in the world, top companies have algorithmic trading bots and it all works perfectly. But what these guys actually did was take money from new investors and pay off the old investors that way, making it a Class A perfect example of a Ponzi scheme. So what happened after that? Well, basically they laundered people, defrauded people from $2.4 billion. This all went into the pockets of Satish and whoever else was part of this whole BitConnect scam. And basically they shut down the lending program after that. But, this was not the end of the whole story. Because Kumbhani, this guy, Satish, actually directed his network right after that to manipulate the price of this BitConnect coin, which was like the new craze. So now they're not doing only the algorithmic trading bot, they're doing a coin as well. So then basically they hyped the living life out of it, if I can say it that way. People started buying the coin, they started creating fake demand for the coin. It was a false appearance of legitimate market demand for BCC, and then new investors started pouring in, buying. And then basically what happens after that is the people who actually started the Ponzi just sell off at the bottom, crash the price, and then everybody else starts selling off, and nobody can really return their initial investment. Everyone will be exiting in 50% loss, 70% loss, 90% loss. Some people even lost all of their money completely once the coin actually crashed. But that's how it works when it comes to Ponzi schemes, pyramids, pump and dump schemes, and all of this stuff. You have a chance to go big in case you're early, right? Or in case you're the guy who actually initiates the Ponzi scheme. Both of these are highly, highly unlikely, so I would advise, once again, staying away from guaranteed returns in the crypto world.
No.
Now, next up, what happened is basically, although BitConnect operated this whole money transmitting business and all of this stuff, they weren't good enough to actually cover their tracks. And not only that, I mean, it was a very, very conspicuous, it was a very legitimate fraud, right? It was right there, it was visible, and nobody was doing anything about it. And then finally the government caught up, they located this guy's funds, they followed the money, and obviously he's going to be going to prison for quite some time. So one takeaway that I do have from this is, stay away from projects such as these that promise you guaranteed returns, huge returns, sustainable returns. Nobody can do that for you, right? If you want sustainable returns for the long run, the only thing that you can invest in is some ETFs, funds, or diversify your money so hard by investing into US stocks, Chinese stocks, French stocks, European stocks, all of this stuff, so you have the most diversified portfolio as possible, which will, you know, grow over time because the market always goes up. Now, if you want something more volatile, well, then you can invest into crypto, but once again, you should be the controller of your money. You should not be promised you know, guaranteed returns and all this other stuff and then just be scammed out of your money. So consider this an educational video, and let's move on to the conclusion of what actually happened right here. Basically, BitConnect failed because they never actually registered with FinCEN, which is required by the Bank Secrecy Act. So they were moving money around without actually being allowed to, and that was one of the basis points for the FBI to start investigating and doing all of this stuff. Later on, you know, they said that over 2 billion was stolen from people basically in this huge Ponzi or pyramid scheme, however you want to call it. The US Attorney's Office and law enforcement partners are committed to pursuing justice for victims of cryptocurrency fraud. That's a statement from the official Southern District of California. And basically what they're doing is just cracking down on everybody who is doing this massive scale crypto frauds in the past. And, you know, they should be, because these people think that they found an easy way to get rich off of crypto and everything, and you know, you just can't do that. You know, it's too easy. You just can't do it, man. Don't do stuff like that. Invest wisely, invest on your own. Listen to some good advice from people who don't tell you that the market is going up or the market is going down. They tell you why the market could go up or why the market could go down, and then you can base your own decision off of that. Much like I talk about it, right? Never give you a biased prediction or anything like that. You're never there to try to predict the market. You're always there to react to what the market gives you. And one of these reactions is watching this video, and after watching this video, being a little bit more careful about crypto scams and parting ways with your hard-earned money, if that makes sense. So later on, you know, increasingly complex schemes to defraud investors started coming out, such as, you know, all of these yield farming projects, staking, and all this stuff. Now, some of them are legitimate. Some of these people know what they're doing, but most of them that are promising huge returns, huge APYs, you know, millions of percentages and all this stuff, just completely avoid it, right? I would never invest in something like that. Only if you are 100% sure, which you can never be. But the second main point is only allocate a certain percentage of your crypto portfolio to projects that are very, very volatile. So if you see something that you like, don't go in 100% all in. Go in, you know, with the percentage of your portfolio that you are ready to lose, which should count, you know, for the whole of the crypto industry, right? Never invest more than what you could afford to lose. That's a rule that you should live by for the rest of your life, not only in crypto, but in general. Always manage your money properly. Never invest more than you could afford to lose. Because if you do, then if you lose, you can just, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people have actually even ended their lives because they lost all of their life savings because of all of this crypto stuff. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know not to be a complete idiot when it comes to investing into the crypto world.
Whoa, what's up?
Right? Now, on to some more nice news, right? This Kumbhani guy, he's charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud, conspiracy to commodity price, and all this stuff. Basically, he might end up in prison up to 70 years. So he's probably going to spend his whole life in prison because he scammed a lot of people out of their hard-earned money. Don't do that. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Check out one of the previous videos on the side. Hope you enjoyed this little watch, and if you do like this series, if you like my train of thought, make sure to let me know down in the comments below, and I may even come out with another one next week as part of this series. Now, I do have a few other ideas for some other series in the future, and I will share that with you in no time, but that'll be about it. Interesting article, very well spoken on the Justice Department's website, and yeah, basically that's it. So check out the other videos on the left hand side or on the right hand side. I don't know which way I'm turning around. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Lastly, I'm not a financial advisor, and you should do your own due diligence before investing into anything in the crypto world, and I will see you all in the next video.
Subscribe and follow Satoshi Club.